There's a dog. Hi. Good morning. Good morning, Neff. Good morning, Fantasy. How are you guys? My brain is in boot up mode. Cannot hear my music. There we go, I can hear it now. Necromancer, good morning. I am waking up. I did a little bit of work on Merlis last night. Good morning, Queen Boo. Aww. That's so sweet, thank you. I was a sad emotional lumpfish yesterday. But I'm better today. For now. Is everything still on fire there, Necromancer? I haven't even finished posting all the places. There's one down. There's one for the separate people. There's this server. This server. That server. This other server. This one. I feel like I'm still missing one. Yep, still missing one. There's one. There's too many places to post things. Okay, there we go. Yep, maintenance that I normally do while starting soon is now done. Life is a sad, emotional lumpfish. Yes. It'll burn itself out soon. Just tired. But it was your first LARP, Necromancer. We have to know all of the details. Gush to us. I want to know everything. When I talk about my conquest experience, I sometimes still get a little teary-eyed because it was so healing. It was a lot, but good. The weather was challenging. Weather can be. You take for granted how protected we are in our modern day lives. Even when the weather's not extreme, like even if it's just normal, it can be a lot. I need to figure out the sleeping setup more. Yeah, sleeping will always be difficult. At least with a post-apocalyptic LARP, you can have more modern stuff just like out and about. And like modern tents. if you're in tents. You hear a horse? Horse. Wait. Oh, are you intense? Just chill for a moment. Now is the winter of our discount hunt. It's a good meme. It's an old one, but it's a good one. Why do you hear a horse? I'm confused. Why are there horses? I'm very confused and somewhat alarmed. Oh, 28C during the day and 4C at night. Yep, that's the desert. It was a constant 56 km/h wind. Jeebus. That's pretty windy. Horses over suckers. What do you hear, horse? Clip clop? Shrieking neigh? Flip flop. Flip flop? Only the skill monkeys will get that one. Ooh. Yeah, I keep forgetting you're in Scotland. Oh my god. The internet makes everybody feel so close, and I love it. Most people had trouble keeping their tents from blowing away. We hit out metal tent, aka car. Yeah, 56 km/h winds is pretty rough. Oh, if Maddie and Kit are goblins named Flip Flop, Flip and Flop, we should make kobolds named Clip and Clop. So Necromancer's first LARP was kind of like Mudodia, but without the rain. It was just standard desert weather dia. They sell flip-flops, we sell horseshoes. Maddie unhinged together is like the greatest thing ever. There's excited dog again. Very brief excited dog. Some of the people in my building have huskies. And the younger ones get very excited when they see people. And of course we live downtown, so there's always people, but when they see other dogs, ooh, it's a great day. Already have some more shoes. Not enough to flood or anything, but enough that they had to shut off all the power for safety. Oh, okay, so you had like a slight Mudodia experience. I missed Mudodia because I had lost my citizenship card in my last move and I had to replace my passport, and it takes 10 months to do that in Canada. So I didn't go to Mudodia, and I'm actually very thankful that I missed that, because I have arthritis, and apparently the tents that they were sleeping in are the same one that I had last year, and people were like, couldn't get them closed because the ropes had swelled, and it was cold and miserable, and people were losing things in the mud. And people were up to their like shins and sometimes their knees in mud. And I'm like, I would have had the worst experience with my arthritis that I probably never would have gone back. And apparently that was the first time they had that much rain ever at Conquest in the 20 years they've been running it. So now they have contingencies for when it rains a lot. And like the day before, like the night of uh the arrival for all of the staff and like build crew, which I was on last year, it rained and rained and rained, and people were like, "Oh God, what's happening? It's happening again, guys!" The hotel I was at had like this little park along the water. The park was underwater when I woke up in the morning. It was not underwater before, nowhere near. So they had a lot of water. And poor Senko, he's been in chat before. Senko had arrived the night before when he wasn't supposed to, when the like pre-arrival like first setup staff had arrived, and he got rained out of his tent. He was also in trouble for having that early don't arrive on the Saturday. He'll be very much in trouble. Poor Senko. But like they had to push early arrival for even build crews back like a day, but some of us were just there already, so they're like, we guess we can let some of you in. So a couple of us were selected to go in early, and it was already pretty dry then, but they had like pumps draining the fields. And then by the time everybody got in the afternoon, it was already pretty dry, so they did a good job. But now they have like wood chips and hay bales and stuff that they can spread around. The places to get lots of foot traffic, they have these big metal plates that they put down to keep the ground from getting absolutely annihilated. The metal plates can be a little bit slippery if you're not careful, if they get wet, but like otherwise it's better than the alternative. But these plates, they're like, 8 feet by 12 feet of like an inch thick steel. Like they're not going anywhere. They require heavy machinery to move and put in place. It was fun. I'd probably do it again, but my god, it cost me a fortune, so I need to figure out a more efficient way to do. Yeah, I used all of the money that I've been saving up for Conquest this last year on bills because the prices of everything have gone up so much. I was gonna order groceries yesterday, and I didn't. I assume it gets cheaper the second time around because you're not buying as much stuff to get ready, and like you know how to pack more efficiently. You know exactly what you need and what you don't need, and what you can spend money on and what you don't need to spend money on. I still have about 500 left, so it wasn't all of my money, but it was all that was in my checking account. The rest I have is in a separate account. So, my plane tickets are now off the table again, so I need to do work. So here I am. I am working. This is my work. Oh wait, I already took my pill. Don't double take your maracas, guys. Double check the count. Yes, I already took my maracas. I was so excited listening to Necromancer's story that I didn't. I didn't say that I'd take it by Morocco's. If you've got bills to take, I. It's tentative now. Like, it was I'm going, and now it's I'm not sure. Because I am down 700 of what I had saved up for my plane tickets. My dad probably wants me to move back home. I've made a bunch of job applications. Probably still not going to get hired. So unless I become like a huge VTuber in like the next 2 months, it ain't happening. I might have to move out and stress out my roommate. So yesterday was sad lumpfish day, and there was lots of crying. Roommate bought me Wendy's because I hardly ever cry. So yeah, it's tough. But, you know, that's how life is. Things don't always work out. I've applied for a cake decorating position, though. Hopefully, it will pay enough for me to pay my bills, at least. But that's why we do art and commissions. Because money. I've been struggling with his bangs all night. What did I just click on? What is that even? I've never seen that symbol before. What is this? There's a new symbol in my Clip Studio. I don't know what it is. Okay, I can undo it. I don't know what it was, but I can undo it. But yeah, that's it's just the way things are, and that's just how it is. So yep. I won't give up though. I'm still gonna try for it. I'm gonna just quickly fill in this bit of hair here because I'm sick of seeing him looking like he's going bald. It's driving me crazy. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. One thing I absolutely don't want to do is move out. Like, I love my family. There's nothing wrong with going bald. It's just Nameless is not bald because I am not bald. I'm quite the opposite of bald, in fact. I probably got all of the family's genetics for nice hair. It's like the only thing nice. It's the only thing about me that I like is my hair. I did manage to finish the beads last night. And when I started lining the hands, I realized they were like completely wrong, so I erased them. I'm gonna let Mathis out of his carrier, but he looks better with hair. Tesla, you gotta eat, buddy. You can't keep doing this, man. Woo. There's a moment I'm gonna have to stand here while Tesla eats his kibble. Every time. It's very awkward. Nugget, are you adorable and a pain in the butt? Yes, you are. just wants love. I'm back. We have redeems from Neff. Restricts posture check and hydrate. Unshrimp things veins. Make sure you hydrate. What? Necromancer, what did you do? The scales of justice? I know, I'm assuming it was your stream elements. Necromancer, you already gave me money for physio. My stream elements thing doesn't show up. I need to fix that. Where's that? I don't know. Ah. I'm confused. What do you mean, necromancer? Or was it? Necromancer, what? I'm confused. What do you mean? Stream Labs. Right. Okay. I keep forgetting Stream Labs and Stream Elements are separate things. Necromancer! Oh, why are you? Oh, yeah. Didn't you just say your own LARP is expensive? Dude, and you want to commission me again? Like, come on, man. Yeah, I'm gonna draw you so much art of Carly. You need to tell me about your character from your post-Apple LARP, because I need to at least doodle. I need to draw you a lot of doodles as thank yous. Oh, wait. Thank you. I'm sorry there's no notification that pops up. Yeah. Bro. I promise I won't give up. Let me drop my pen. Let's keep working on this before I get emotional again. Stop it. Feelings. What even are these things? I have so many of these bangs layers. I can't. I can't even find what I'm working on. And they're all eventually gonna be merged down into one anyways. Alright, let's do some light art. If I made this into a digital print later, I don't know how much I should charge for it. Like, what do you guys think would be a good price if you wanted like something that could be printed anywhere from 8.5 by 11 to 11 by 17? Helps if I don't try to draw with the eraser. So it makes it a little bit difficult. We're not doing that kind of art today. Construction noises outside, that's unusual. I hear actual machinery. I had these bangs like completely drawn out, but they just didn't work. You know his secret? Oh no. Not secrets. I'm not sure I can handle anymore. No one's supposed to know Elon Musk is an alien inside a mech puppet. What are you guys plotting? Whatever it is you're plotting, it sounds like I have to really work my ass off, and I will. I promise I won't give up. I don't want to disappoint anyone. That's, like, my biggest fear. And I don't want to ruin anyone's secret special surprise things. That would feel really bad. Good morning, Puma. Oh, anyone that is subscribed... Oh god, Evil laughs. No! I'm the one who's supposed to be the demon here! Even though I'm the demon that calls dogs bark barks. And I'm going to continue calling them bark barks. Because I like to turn conventions on their heads. Is it because my plans are on hold for the moment? I have another. You have another plan in motion? Neff! You too! What are you colluding? Look, the police are coming for you. They heard you. They're coming. Coming to get you. Why am I struggling so much today? Oh my god.
So I have plans in motion and they might take me too soon then. Well, I also have plans in motion and they might take me too then.
Fantasy, I think you're struggling as much as I am. Why am I so emotional this week? What is this?
Everybody wants to buy a motorcycle. He has a guaranteed income because he's on disability, but the bank won't finance him because reasons?
It's probably because it's a motorcycle. It's probably the only reason. The video you linked me yesterday, like, was that someone you know, or, like, do you just know him as a local, so you knew his channel? Because, that guy was pretty cool, helping that dude out of the burning building. Like, that was pretty awesome of him. I didn't get to watch it until much later in the night. That guy was awesome for stopping and helping those people out. It's a Honda Grom. Has a good resale value. It's a good resale value. It has as good a resale value, thank you words, as the Honda Rebel. They're so popular, you can't even find a used one in Nova Scotia. Maybe one or two in Halifax. No idea who he was. Well, he was awesome for helping those people out of that building. I hope those people were okay. Sucks to go through that. The way that man was shaking when he dropped out of the window. The only reason I won't share it with everybody else is because it'll you can dox yourself with it. But that guy, he gets a little tiny hero badge. It was kind of astounding how many people just were like, oh, no cause for concern, we see the smoke. Until you start hearing the screaming. That was, I'm glad they got out. Douchecotty. I want an electric motorcycle. Just like give me the light cycles from Tron. I'll take those. I've always wanted a light cycle. I understand that like an electric motorcycle can be very dangerous because the people in cars can't hear you. I'm planning shenanigans that might affect some people.
Only in a positive way, I hope, unless they're in the billionaire class. And then only in the negative, I hope. Yep. Someone made some bikes based on the newer Tron bikes. Yeah, I think I saw those. They look really awesome, but I did not hear good things about them. But then again, my knowledge about motorcycles is not great. I just like motorcycles. I just think motorcycles are neat. But like I mentioned yesterday to you, I hate Harleys because of the noise that they're designed to make. Designed to make as much noise as humanly possible, and I like quiet. I like hearing the birds. I like being able to hear birds and the wind in the trees. It's very soothing, which is why I always have like some sort of sound in the background. I would like to have toggleable sounds for you guys as redeems. I had a goal to make the Fenrir bike from Final Fantasy Advent Children. Oh yeah. Fenrir is awesome. I have the model for that one. Like the action figure. I also have the one from the remake. I've only ridden crotch rockets for like 10 years now. I haven't owned a car in a long time. I have never owned a car or a vehicle. I have a bicycle, but I'm thinking of selling it because I don't use it because I live in a tower, and getting it out of the tower is a pain in the butt. But now with like the tariffs and stuff, I'm just like, I should probably consider not getting rid of it, because it might be my only form of transportation for a very long time. Any form of travel for, like, distance. I don't know how people get jobs. How do you get a job? I apply for jobs and I never get hired and I never get called back, and it's infuriating. I would like this to be my job. I am really enjoying this. Just hanging out with you guys. Remember, for those of you who unfortunately end up in ad jail, which is, I don't think, anybody today, please make sure that you let me know. That includes the lurkers. Lurkers, if you have ad jail and you want to hear what I'm saying, just let me know. I know there's usually someone who's lurking. I know my streams aren't exactly the most exciting, but I'm not a high energy being. I am very much a lumpfish. Mystic could not have been more accurate about the lumpfish thing. It is the perfect thing. Where's our son? Here's our son. Look at him. This is our boy. He's adorable. I discovered that there are also lumpfish gifs on Discord, so I kind of wish the, like, Twitch chat had gifs that you could implement too. That users could use to communicate. wonder what fish you'll become when you realize. As a polar bear, I need my ice and snow. Yeah, snow, so good. Well, not too good, but cold. Cold is good. So much is happening. What is this? The chat just sort of happened while I wasn't looking. It's such a big, bulky bike. It's prime for all the battery packs to make it electric. True. There's room for battery packs. Only been in the garage for 10 years. I haven't owned a car in a long time. I had a friend who constantly backed up the noise by saying loud pipes save lives. Yeah, but loud pipes also damage your hearing and ruin the environment and confuse birds and animals and scare animals, which causes them to panic and run erratically. I grew up loving sport bikes, what my dad rode, but my inseam is too short. Even when the compliment was an idiot in the apartment parking lot revving loudly at 3 a.m. Yeah. Complaint, not compliment. I can read! It's proven it isn't true. But as long as they're not too loud, it doesn't hurt either. Yeah, like there's a certain level of volume. It's just Harley owners and Harleys in general are really bad. The last apartment I lived in, there was a Harley that came by to visit his girlfriend every once in a while, but like he was really good about it. Like he didn't rev his engine, and when he started up in the parking lot, he would keep it as low as possible until he got out to the road and like down the road, and then he would kick off. And like I respect that. Like he was trying to be respectful of the rest of the people who lived in the building. I'm like, that's a cool guy, cool Harley owner. It's still a Harley, but you know, Harley and their $20 for a bolt. One of my favorite teachers bought a car. Only bought a car in the fall, winter to get to work because Canadian snow, but otherwise he only rode a motorcycle. There are people who bike in snow here. They have like super wide tires and stuff. I always live in places with no snow or very little. Yeah, no, I like snow. I like snow to a degree. I much prefer if I could live in a place that was just constantly autumn. Just always like late October. I would happily do so. So, apparently I need to move to Scotland. I wonder what fish will become. Yeah. Hey guys, can someone help me figure out what poetic theme a quote is about? We can try. It's currently 0 Celsius and my windows are open and my fans are on. Oh, you had the cold come through too. Yeah, I went outside. I didn't realize how windy it was yesterday, Neff. When you were saying like a storm was coming through and like it was getting really windy, I didn't realize just how windy it was here until I went out yesterday afternoon to go pick up my meds. Also, one of my favorite motorcycle YouTubers often wears a shirt that says, "Loud pipes get dick." That's funny. Now minute is come in from foreign places. Midnight has come in from foreign places. HD wanted $28 for that one fork bolt. I believe they stopped by Ace Harbor and got the same bolt for $4. Yep. I mean, brands. Look at Apple and all the money they charge for everything. As for your poem, I think it probably depends on the rest of the context. But just from the line, I would say it's probably closer to something around loss and war. If I had to pick, I like the idea of snow, but cold is hard for the fire dragon. Well, 50% of the year in Canada, it's like on fire, so you'll be fine, Puma. Prefer being able to layer up and bundle in a binky or cuddle party. Being too hot, you can only strip off so many layers. Yeah, I can't even take off my skin. Yesterday was so hot until the front came through. Like, ugh. Thought I was gonna die. It wasn't even that bad. Like, it was strangely, even though the humidex was 31 and like the base temperature was 38, like the humidity wasn't that bad. There's a cat on the floor nearby and his tail's just like flicking. I move my hands like you can see them. I need hands, guys. But yeah, more blankets better. I had my sheepskin on my lap last night. I still might do that right now because I'm feeling kind of cold. I grew up in Texas. I'm used to the heat, but the rare snow wrecks us. Yep. I mean, every time we get like an inch of snow in Toronto and it basically shuts down, and I'm like, are you sure you're Canadian? Like, even I can drive in snow. And I don't actually drive, ever. Those are phone, internet, power lines are underground to protect them. Yep. Our water pipes are 6 feet or more to prevent freezing. Yep, they have to be below the frost line. Yeah, we would need the rest of the poem, Queen Boo, I think, to do any form of deeper analysis. I was never really good with poetry. Even though I have an English degree. My degree is in rhetoric and professional writing. So, a lot of not poetry. More technical stuff. I'm pretty decent at writing manuals, actually. I'm trying to train my brain away from death and destruction, yeah, D&D. We need less of that. Sorry, I was fixing my socks. They were curling up. It was driving me crazy. A little bit too tight when they're compression socks. Did I tell you I got compression socks? And they're very comfy. They're helping with the swelling that I get in my ankle for God knows whatever reason. Okay, how can I do this? Bangs are hard to draw, guys. Trying to make them a little bit dynamic. I don't know if you heard that crash, but my cat just knocked over my fan. Knocked over my fan. I don't know which cat it was.
still working, that's all that matters. Rivi, was it you? Are you the culprit? Oh, you're the culprit. Just please don't break my fan cat. I've only bought it last year. It's called Hotel Room. The 12th Floor by Norman McCraig. See that? Even just the title feels like it gives me a little bit more context. A hotel room. Midnight has come in from foreign places. I think it's like a creeping exhaustion then. Where did my mouse go? What is happening? Yeah, setting or probably like the symbolism for exhaustion. Tiredness. Is there anyone near streets in the middle of the night? I was never gonna bring this stuff down. Again, it's not my area of expertise. Part of our flower mark's gonna get covered up, I think. It literally reads like someone who can't sleep. It's the middle of the night and they just got observed. And they just observed New York City at night. That actually sounds like a really nice poem. demons are up to shenanigans again. I hear it. Oh boy, I turned my head the wrong way and it's just like, whoop! One poem I wrote was about a warrior fighting demons on a crumbling castle wall, and the teachers and my dad were like, "Are you feeling suicidal?" What? People seem to think that whenever a young person writes poetry, it's just about the misery of their teenage soul, and it's like, no, I just wanted cool imagery. Sometimes there isn't symbolism and meaning behind things. It's just you wanted something that looked cool. When I was part of the literary club, or the English club at university, my first university, I had a friend online who was like, "Oh, can you share my poem? I want some feedback on it." And so I was like, "Okay." So I brought it to the English club, and I read their poem, and they were not nice. Like, they were just like, "Oh, it just sounds like a kid who's trying too hard," and like, you could tell they were trying to be delicate with like me because they thought I was the one that wrote it. And I was like, "Oh, okay." But it was like literally from some other dude that I knew on the internet. And they were really, really savage about it. And I was like, I don't think I like these people because they were super pretentious about anything English related. And like, they would play games where they were like, "Oh, I'm..." Yeah, that game where like you have like a piece of paper, a little card with something written on it, you wear it on your forehead. I don't know what the game is called, but it's like, famous people or whatever, and they were like, "You don't know who that is?" As if I should know automatically who Robert Frost is. Oh, there, see, add jail. Let me know. And it's relevant to what we're talking about. Queen Blue's topic of poetry. So we'll wait. My English teacher liked my work so much that class started with, "Class, this is your assignment. Now, Neff, this is your assignment. I got custom lessons to drive my creative writing." That is a good teacher. That is a very good teacher. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. One assignment, the class had to write a short story about euthanasia. Everyone wrote about how bad it was. I mean, euthanasia has its place. It ends suffering. Freedom!
Yeah, I discovered in that little like poetry share thing that I really didn't like those people, so I stopped going to the English club. And then I left that university and went to a better one. Robert Frost has a famous poem called "The Road Not Taken." Ah, I haven't read that one. You see, it's shoved in our face almost yearly. My story was about this guy trying to run with his father and hide him. I flipped the story to the father taking his son aside and explained that it would be necessary to preserve the security of their community. Neff, if you're not a writer, I will cry. Yeah. No, Neff, you need to write. I write. I should write more. I don't write enough. Maybe we should do a co-working stream one day where we just do writing. Creative writing co-working stream. See if I can set up like some Pomodoro stuff. This little transition where the bangs are crossing over is really hard to do. Which means I'm going to get rid of this one. So we can see more of the flower mark. Oops. Change this one to have a little. Yeah, should I do that? It's a little bit more dynamic. I don't know why I care so much about a tiny detail that's just gonna get disappeared into the rest of the picture. Go back to facing the right way. Toss out that layer. Oh, whoops, drawing on the wrong one.
Sorry, I was drawing on the wrong layer. Glad I noticed that. Hey, look, there's the bot. The bot has arrived. Panda bot. I'm getting back into it now that I've realized I should never have let anyone discourage me from my passions, even considering film school, but that's 15K. Oof. I really want to make an old school western like the ones I grew up on from the John Wayne era. One day I would like to watch The Good, the Bad, the Ugly. I think that's what it's called, or at least that's the song. I'd like to watch some of the Clint Eastwood films. I've never seen any, but I think I would like to watch them. Just for funsies. 1930s to 1950s. Not because they'll be successful movies, just because I want to... Yeah, well, I mean, that's how you make art. You make art because you're passionate about it, not because it's what's popular. That's when art is art. I have a friend who wants to be a director. I pray to all the gods that you both go to film school and meet, because he would absolutely adore your vampire story. Ah! My snoot has been booped by fantasy. It is the boop snoot, like the droop snoot. But it is the snoot that gets booped. The boop snoot. Thank you for the snoot boop. Fantasy is also redeemed to hydrate. I know exactly why. Autistic see details from the bottom up, not the top down, like normies. Yep. And a posture check. Unshrimp 9 spines. Stretch. Ah, oh, I needed that. Oh, be careful the arm. The arm is a bit stiff today. Oh, yeah. Break the neck. Oh, it feels good. And I heard the cats knock something down, so I have to go check on that. What is wrong with you cats? What have you done? I have to put Ribby in baby jail because he keeps knocking shit down. Oh, I'm alive. I'm glad I checked because it was a pair of scissors. And they fell open. Ribby, are you being a menace? Don't you dare. Ribby? Oh, hello. Are you gonna come in? Come on. Don't play with the cord for the fan, buddy. Ribby? Come here. Hold on, I have to go get him. Oh, never mind. He's running away doing the, like, his tail's just up. And doing the little, like, straight up question mark curl. And he trots away. Lanky boy, come here. I think it's cat time. Oh, hi, Cheese. It's cat time. For those of you who don't know already, Monk Mode is Cheese, and he is my brother. The Squirrel Whisperer. Why, really? You lanky bean? Is it your birthday tomorrow? It's his birthday tomorrow. You gonna get extra treats? Will you be super happy? Now that they're filling out as adults, River is like super long and lanky slinky boy who's super cheerful, and Velcro is like a plush, plump, round boy, but he's also very elegant and like he has smooth riz. Yeah. And Rivy is very dramatic. Yeah. You guys get all the kitty noises. Every time I kiss his belly, he's like, no! See? He says no. He sounds so dramatic. Like he's not mad. This isn't his angry noise. This is his, I wanna go now. Ah, he's got my glasses. Ah! Here's your tail. Play with your tail. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, no, they're so cute. They're such sweet babies. Yeah. He wants to bite his tail. Sometimes when he really gets going and you like pat his side when he starts meowing, he's like there you go. Are you adorable? Yeah, are you cute? Are you loved? Are you spoiled? So hard done by. He's like the ADHD baby too. Like if you hold him for too long, he just goes insane because he's like, I need stimulation. Yeah? Are you getting a belly rub now? Is this a soft belly rub? Hey, off you go. You have paid your kitten rent. Unleash me, mother. Yes. Come to think of it, even when he was like a tiny baby kitten, he was still like super lanky. Ooh, just like zoom right in on his titties. I'm gonna go really dark right here so that I can just see what I'm doing past the eyebrows. There we go. Let's turn that off. Just so that we can see what we're doing. The same right here. Can't see what I'm doing. Look, there's a piece of line missing. How dare. Fix it now. As a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna... Whoop. That's better. This line was too thick. Wait, what? What a... Necromancer! What have you done? Fine, I'll get back to work. God damn it. Necromancer! Fine. I'm working, okay? Stop. Just stop. I'll work. I promise. I keep working. So it'll be available for print when people to buy when done. I don't know what I'm gonna charge for it yet. I'll figure something out. Leave your opinions. Yeah, how much you would pay for a print that can be printed up to 11 by 17. He keeps donating to my Streamlabs. This is why I wasn't gonna say anything, but it came out anyways. Necromancer. Puma's making malicious faces too, don't you dare. For a second there I was like, did I just hear thunder? But no, I think I just heard a truck do its truck noises.
I was texting with my neighbor last night. I actually know one of my neighbors, yes. Just one. I've only been living here for 6 years, starting this year. Starting tomorrow. My rent went up yesterday, too. Well, and by yesterday I mean for this month, so. Additional $20 a month. Gotta love it. Luckily, Sai pays the extra cent on the rent, because she has the bigger room, so she pays an extra 12 cents a year. So she has the extra cost, because she has the bigger room. Trucking truck is trucking truck. Truck! Don't you buy no ugly truck. Sorry, I didn't get the intonation right. It's, don't you buy no ugly truck. It's a commercial from some, like, truck place in the United States, and it's the best thing ever, because it's like, they have just embraced the South hillbilly, like, themes, and they just rolled with it. We're like a hick-town truck store, and we're just gonna hick it up. And it was just great. And it was just like this really, like, toothless old white lady. I don't think she was actually toothless, but it's like every time I hear it in my head, I just imagine like some toothless old white lady. Or something with just like really bad dental. Most people have unfortunate tooth genes. I'm glad I was not cursed with bad tooth genetics, because I don't take very good care of myself. Clicked off my program. Alright. And now we figure out this transition. I need to... There's something wrong here still. Figure it out. We'll figure it out. I think I just need to add another layer of smaller. See, but that's what I was doing last time, and it just didn't work out nicely. Ah! Get to the chopper! Sorry. Sometimes Arnold just comes out. How do we want to do this? It's this transition part, it's always the hardest. Some artists make it look so easy, and I'm just like, struggle. The wheels on the struggle bus go thump, thump, thump. Maybe I just need to do this. Just be a little bit more free with it. Yeah, I think that's the approach I need to take. And then, like the little side bits here, just start putting in some lines for like separation. That one there. Erase this bit. And then there's like just tangential lines where things look like they connect. Like there's a little spike that comes down behind here, but it disappears behind this piece, I think. Maybe it comes over. No, it does not. It absolutely does not. But we need a line here. Somewhere? That first one was good, and now it's gone. Gone forever! Maybe it's here. People make me unhinged. I don't even know what I said. What did I say? The transition is so hard. There were a few things that I had thought of that I could have possibly have said that would have initiated that response, and I wasn't sure which one it could have been. That's what she said, or is it he? Depends on how far along they are. Although I guess it doesn't matter how far along you are, because you are what you are, and that's just how it is. Okay, this line is wrong. You are what you say you are, and nothing more, nothing less. The point in transition is irrelevant. That is what I was getting at. Puma is far more eloquent than I am. And I'm the one with the rhetoric. I think my brain fried. Somebody keeps breaking my brain. I really need to put a notification thing in, don't I? I promise I will try to work on that today. So that people can leave me unhinged. I talk really good. I use words, okay? I use good words even. I think the reason I didn't have any stream elements set up, or Streamlabs thing set up, was Sai told me at one point that Canadians couldn't receive donations via Stream Elements or Streamlabs. God. I think it's Stream Elements Canadians can't receive donations from, but it's Streamlabs that we can. And it's really confusing because the names are similar. You're just like, why do you have to have similar names? Please stop. It's like Steam Deck and Stream Deck. Look, turned my head the wrong way again. By turned, I mean tilted. So it seems to be like one way I tilt my head just like sets the world spinning. That's no good. I probably have like some sort of crystal buildup in my inner ear. Why big word when small word? Good. A few extra seconds while I type is a lifesaver. I do much prefer communicating via text as opposed to speech, but words have to happen from my mouth for stream to happen. This is absolutely not the job I should be doing, but it's the job that I chose. Okay, that's cuter. That's a lot cuter. Still needs a little something back here. Underneath. Put in that little back bit. Yes, fantasy. It's too much. It needs to be 3,789. No, it's probably fine. It depends on, like, what you classify as a town versus a city or a hamlet, village. I would look up the ranges of those, and then those various definitions, and then select what you're going to call it, whether it's a town or whatever, from there. I think that's probably the better way to do it. Most are dock workers and sailors that constantly come and go, and loaders from merchant caravans. So it's a transient population too. My mind veered off to a negative space, and I am quickly starting to feel like crap. How do I fix this before it gets bad? Distractions, yes! Shinies! Look, shiny thing. Here is our adorable son. It is Stream's son. Look at him. He is so happy. He loves you. He's just like, wow! Neff be distracted by adorable lumpfish baby. Distractions sometimes help. Decorate. When I'm feeling sad, I'll like decorate or clean up. I told you this yesterday, Neff. If you've been living in a place for 15 years and you haven't decorated, Neff, no wonder you're feeling a little bit sad. You just need a change of pace. Humans need change. Like, we don't necessarily like it, but we need it for our own, like, mental health and well-being. I don't like this part of the bangs right here. This whole section on both sides is wrong. Let's play with it till it works. Phrasing. This section right here. This whole bit. You see a deformed Kuatoa when you go to Lumpfish Bay. I don't know what a Kuatoa is. Each messenger is pretty standard size for ship and had a crew complement 850 soldiers and marines. It also depends on like the level of technology and the kinds of ships and that are available. And also, what kind of harbor town it is. Is it just like a local harbor that doesn't take any big shipments for like the rest of the country, or is it like just a fishing village, you know, that is pretty like self-sufficient? Get this line right eventually. Train. I actually really enjoy the changes to the train where they honk a lot more now. I think part of the problem is there needs to be a transition point here. His hair is difficult. I like that word. Sloop. I could have 4 or 5 named ones. The rest of the crew, just background people, just the same much. Smaller schooner. But a large sloop or galleon, that's not a chance. Sloop! See, this is what I choose to focus on, is the sloop. I like sloop. And just make me want soup. Oh my god, I turned my head again. Why? Body, why do you reject me like this? You guys get to see, like, my full line work process today. It takes forever. I apologize in advance. It takes forever. Most of the time it doesn't turn out right. It's quite scuffed. This is why my art takes me so long. This is still wrong. I think part of it is needs a little bit more. Maybe that. Needs a little bit more poof on the side. Trying not to have continuation lines where it's like, you know, you go like this and you end your spike here like that. Trying to avoid that. Get it right eventually. Just gotta keep trying. Never give up! It's 10 degrees Celsius and I'm harvesting Asiatic crabs, clams, or whatever it is he's harvesting. Never give up! I have to work, because otherwise Necromancer's gonna torment me. Millimeter Peter syndrome. Sounds insane, because background there. What? What have I missed? Neurodivergent autism ADHD here. I don't get most metaphors or jokes unless it's very obvious. I recognize you were trying to be funny. Game could be fun with a more realistic style, kind of like Skyrim. That's what we hope for from Skull and Bones, but Ubisoft is gonna Ubi's not. You know, making good game takes forever. God, I can't wait for the next Elder Scrolls. I'm gonna play the shit out of that when it comes out. I don't know what this millimeter Peter syndrome is. I mean, Skull and Bones was announced like 2011, 2012, and they had time and still made trash. Anyway, rounded up to 4,000 is a decent size for a harbor town that deals with cargo and or fishing. The over 5k will happen when shipments come in, as sailors and traders will flood the town. Sounds good. You guys have got it down. You figured it out. This is wrong. This is absolutely wrong right there. I wonder what the millimeter Peter syndrome was. That big ass truck in your background noise. Vroom! I didn't even notice it. It was probably lifted with oversized pipes, and that heavy acceleration sounds like someone compensating. Yeah, I didn't even notice it. Like, I'm so used to those sounds. They're just environmental background noise now, which is frustrating. It's like, that should not be how I live. My tummy is rumbly. Just keeps going growl. I'm gonna do. Gonna do this. Add. This one here. Yeah, you aren't familiar with it enough, but like, Good's stream where I met Necromancer, every once in a while there would just be like this really loud engine noise, and I would just scream into chat in all caps, "Tiny Dick!" So people who are loud for the sake of being loud are overcompensating. It's like small dogs when they get vicious and bark at everything that moves. They're like, "You exist, I bark at you because I am dog, fear me."
I am big dog like all other dogs. Airplane noise. Little propeller plane. Feel like there's too much of a gap here, but I suspect it's because ear's at the wrong angle. Where's our ear? Ear is definitely at the wrong angle. Oops. The benefits of cutting everything down into little layers. Not gonna say that. Once again. What did I say? Whoops. Wrong brush. Oh, that looks so clean now. Yeah. Still, this spot right here. Look at this pretty fish man. He's even got some little water droplets on him already. See, now this is where I put this into a folder in the right order. Then we duplicate this folder, turn off the old one, grab the liquify brush, and then just put it at the right settings. And we just play with it a little bit until it looks right. Which means I'll probably have to redo some of the parts in here. Going to nap. Thanks for a fun stream and help me focus on studying. Yay! That's what we're here for. You don't necessarily have to watch the art or even chat. If you're just having a good time chilling out, that's all that matters. If you're getting stuff done, that's also good.
What layer is that? Can't say we must preserve necromancer's innocence. That was a long time ago. And I'll see you later, Queen Boo. Thanks for coming by as always. I appreciate it. Make little adjustments here and there. One day I'll know how to draw this character without taking a gajillion years. Beep, beep, beep. Beethoven backing up his truck. Okay, I'll work on the bangs a little bit more offline, but yeah, there's definitely adjustments that need to be made when you compare them. We'll make a second copy. I do like the liquefy tool. It definitely has its uses. It helps if I can get the shape of the skull right. There's still, like, too much here. Back it up, back it up, back it up. I don't even know if that's the right tune. It's probably not. Yeah, there's still something a little bit wrong. It's just lack of experience. That is just what happens. I think we're gonna do a wave study. Some like ocean waves. I gotta find something really dynamic because that's what's going on in the background here. And I would like to do a study for that. Another painting study. I think part of the problem that I'm seeing here is the back of the head is wrong. We're seeing the wrong angle. Polizia. This layer. here. Fine hair. That. There we go. And, for reference, my layer tree is... There's a lot of layers. Alright, we're gonna... This... Big eraser. Ah! Naff!
This has donated towards a gift.
Scared the shit out of me! Naff, what have you done? Oh! I have my volume up extra high, too. So that I can't hear the music and the ocean sounds through my OBS. Oh, you killed me! Thank you. You'll find me hiding somewhere between layer 42 and 43. Oh, God! Naff! You're gonna give me a heart attack, thank you. Naff. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Ugh. Onward the road to conquest. Thank you, Neff. I won't give up. Hopefully Costco will get back to me about my applications sooner rather than later. I applied for a few positions. There's a few more I'd like to apply for. So hopefully I will be able to get a job, which means if I do get a job, stream schedule will have to change. I don't want it to, but that's how things work. I think part of the problem is we're here. This. You were seeing too much of the back of his head. Sorry, my brain just like imploded. Schedule can change. We'll still be here. I know. I appreciate it. Thank you. You guys are all amazing for always showing up, supporting me. I feel like I don't deserve it, but also like everybody deserves good things. Everybody, unless you're evil. Evil people don't deserve good things. Why am I paying taxes and delivery fees on a partial donation? I will ask Throny that next time. You know you're not. You're not evil. I mean, like, truly evil. Like dictator evil. You're the good kind of evil. You know. Like Martha Stewart's secret ingredient.
My secret ingredient is evil, and that's a good thing. That's actually something that Cheese says. I don't know where he picked up that bit of a meme, but it's a thing that exists. I'd happily be a dictator given the chance, but you wouldn't be an evil dictator. That's the thing. At least, you know, you would hope that you wouldn't be an evil dictator. Everybody who has like dreams of being a dictator in order to make their country or the world a better place always hopes that they won't be like the really evil ones. But absolute power corrupts absolutely. And then it's like, when do you stop? Right? It's kind of like heroism. You live long enough to see yourself become the villain. The horn's got all wobbly. This is why you don't use the liquefy tool all the time. Ah! I'm lawful evil, to be clear, not chaotic evil like all these evil D&D characters people play. I have the best interest for the people at heart, but I'll suffer no fools. When I think of evil, I think of, like, you know, Putin and Bashar al-Assad and Donald Trump and El Salvador guy, whatever his name is. And Netanyahu, who actually has an international arrest warrant out for him. I don't think of, like, D&D character villains. Or, like, movie-style villains. Like, yes, they're supposed to be considered evil, but, like, because they're fictional. If I had to choose, like, truly evil fictional villains, Hojo from Final Fantasy VII is definitely one of them. Especially, like, in terms of, like, someone who is truly vile. But, like, the villain in my book, you could argue that they're doing their villainous things with good intention. But I would definitely categorize my villain as neutral evil and not necessarily a lawful evil. Or just, you know, batshit insane. Most people think sadist when they think evil. Yeah, that's true. I hated role-playing on the Imperial side of Star Wars, the Old Republic MMO, because everyone playing a Sith was evil for the sake of hurting people. No nuance or goals, just no morals or principles, just pain and suffering. Yeah, that's not how you do evil.
Most evil comes from someone having a certain set of goals or values. Even chaotic evil has goals or values that drive their actions. Even if those values are completely at odds with what is acceptable by the rest of the society that they live in. See, this is where the line weight thing that I struggle with comes into play, is when you're trying to create artificial perspective and volume. Because now that the hair is quote unquote right, the rest of the horns are now kind of weird. Should just get a bunch of horn references and practice those too. All kinds of different horns. Puma gave me a picture the other day for doing a painting practice, and it's really great, and I love it, and I can't wait to do that one with you guys too. Okay, yeah, that's already better. It's already a lot better. And now just gotta grab the right shade of brown for everything. Much better. Yay! I don't know who Makos is. Makos is one of my favorite evil characters. A well-written villain can be viewed as a good guy with the context reframed. Yes. Yes, absolutely. Lawful evil tiefling warlock teamed up with a paladin when asked, "But you're evil," Makos replied, "They are interfering with my plans. I can't take over the world if there's no world left." Yep. That's a good villain. You have to have a reason for evil. Evil for the sake of evil is boring. Exactly. That's what all the Sith players were like in
Switor. Except my wifey, which is why she's my wifey today. Your wife is evil too. That's great. When evil comes together in love. One of my favorite aspects of Doctor Doom was when some heroes invaded Latveria to stop Doom. But once Doom was defeated, the people of Latveria came together to protect their fallen king? Yes, like that. One of the civilians stepped forward. We have free healthcare. Everyone has work, a purpose. We have no crime, suffer no war. We live in a utopia. Even if you see it as a dictatorship. And, that's how some people feel about the dictatorships that they live in. To move those 2 layers. These 2 layers. Have to come back here. I'm getting so used to cutting my layers now in such a way that, like, I could probably make a live 2D model. I've got a layer structure down, I think, that works for probably most pieces of art. Why is this line so messy? How did that line get so messy? I've always wanted to try making a live 2D character. There's some snoop booping happening. He was powerful enough that even Captain America hung his head in shame and just walked away. La gasp, my snoot, my sensitive and vulnerable snoot, how dare you! The boopening is happening. Little secret scribbles. Scribibbles. Oh god, that was... Let's not be adorable now. It's not allowed! The Dwayne has been booped. Fire! Brimstone! Sternly worded letters! Yeah, it's probably not right. Twain. Yeah, maybe that. Just gonna quickly check. I forget sometimes which ear has a short chain versus the 2 chains. Yeah. Nope. It's hard to do. Well, now I love this idea of a bronze dragon being so angry that in a fit of fury they grab parchment and quill and write a strongly worded letter. Kinda reminds me of Caduceus Clay speaking calmly and quietly, and then I don't mean to raise my voice. Do something about it. I am writing a letter. I'm telling their mother. Grab my red here. It'd be kind of hilarious. I'm picturing some giant of a tyrant like Sarvok and Chev going to the big villain, going into a big villain monologue just for some little woman to pop out. Is this how I raised you? Shaking the letter.
Details are starting to go in. Yeah.
My itchy eye is itchy. think next we're probably going to move on to a waves study for tomorrow. So I think we're finally at the chat portion of art and chat. Because I need to give my shoulder a little bit of a break. And also do the little step away thing. Where I have to leave it, because otherwise I will struggle. Still struggling with those bangs. It looks so easy to do, but it's really not. Just when I was getting ready. Thanks, Neff. Posture check, unshrunk line spine. Do the stretch. And a hydrate. You guys are too kind, always taking care of me, making sure I get my stretches and my hydrates. Keeping me company while I work and draw things. Who else struggle with the bangs? I think Nameless especially struggles with the bangs. I'm feeling kind of cold, but I have my fan pointing at me. I was gonna check what the temperature is. It's 5 degrees. Feels like 4. Yesterday it was 31. The high of 12. Oh wait, 14 at 4 p.m. What even? We had severe thunderstorm warnings, and all we had yesterday was like one clap of thunder and some wind. It was just kind of sad. Giggity giggity. But Fantasy is our resident like anti-horny person. We'll send everyone to horny jail. Get you a bonk emote. I feel like I should cover this rock with like shells and shiny trinkets that Nameless has collected from the sea. And like limpets and stuff. You know, it's only 3 degrees Celsius. They're trying to make me sick. I wish it was 3 here. I like it when it's cold because then I can have my sheepskin on my lap. I wish I could take my sheepskin with me to Conquest. There's like this this sleeping bag kind of thing that I want to make. Oh, helps if my my hard drive is plugged in. Hello? There we go. All the bling blong noises. Yeah, there's a sleeping bag that I want to make that looks really comfy. Just gotta find the picture. Go to my LARP folder. I think it's... is it here? It's not that one. It's this one.
Like, that looks so cozy. Doesn't that look cozy? Never be cold at Conquest again. But the space, like, that would take up an entire luggage case just on its own. But I would love to make that and sleep in it because it would be so cozy. I can just imagine myself all wrapped up, bundled up, sleeping. It looks so hot. Wasn't aware you were into sheepskins, necromancer. But yes, it does look very toasty. Well, you see it, you know how it was really cold at night at your LARP? It was like that at Conquest, except they gave us sleeping bags through the 10 hotel that were like rated to 10 degrees. So anything colder than that, it got really cold, and I couldn't actually fit in the sleeping bag because I'm too fat. So, there was an issue, and I was just freezing the whole time. But it's definitely more of a winter styles sleeping bag. But the best part about this one is like you can open it up all the way and just use it as a sheepskin to lie on and turn it into like a mattress. Making my own sleeping bag, perfectly fit for Fantasy Apprentice. Absolutely. Everybody should have custom sleeping bags. Buying stuff nowadays. Imagine that. Thirst. My wife and friend like the heat. We've joked that if we all shared a home, we'd have to put in a walk-in refrigerator I can use as an office. Yeah. Summer kills me. I just get absolutely destroyed in anything over 25 degrees. I mean, even over 20 degrees, I'm like, it's really hot. And I also don't like to show any skin, so like, I wear long sleeves all year round. Even when it's 40 degrees outside, I'm still in long sleeve shirts. Later, Puma. Thanks for coming by. I hope you have a good day. I always appreciate it when you show up. I might make myself some eggs after stream because I'm kind of hungry. I was gonna fast, but I'm hungry. And eggs are good. You don't have any eggies? That's pretty much all I eat now is eggs. Everything else is so expensive. I don't like short sleeves due to my old self-harm scars. They're really easy to see. Sensitive to eggs, not worth the hassle. Aw, damn. That sucks, man. If I ever became allergic to eggs, I'd probably just straight up die. It'd just be like, fuck it, I'm eating them anyways. I will die for eggs. I don't like short sleeves because it shows off my fat arms. And I hate it. And I'm sorry that you have those scars. But you survived it, and that's what's important. So you should be proud of the fact that you survived it. But you don't necessarily have to show them off. If that makes you uncomfortable, then that's fine. I like the just eggs plant-based scrambled egg style patties, and yes, the fact that the color brand just eggs bothers me. Yeah, because it's not eggs! I should be sued for false advertising. They should be called just like eggs. Even though they're not at all. In what way are you sensitive to eggs? Eggs. It's not eggs, it's just eggs. It's just like eggs. They're closest to eggs, though. All the other brands taste like burning plastic. That's probably because that's what it is. Most of the meat alternatives are just like a few ingredients away from being like a fossil fuel. It's like margarine. Ugh. I found that when I have food sensitivities, or I'm finding that I'm having sensitivities to certain foods, I just go like really hard carnivore for a little while, and then that sensitivity just kind of like goes away. I mean, it probably wouldn't work for everybody, but like, give it a try, question mark. But meat is so fucking expensive. IBS. A lot of poultry products really irritate people with IBS. Like they just can't take poultry. Yeah, here we go. To try home-laid eggs instead of big egg mass-produced and shipped eggs, see if it makes a difference. It could theoretically, yeah. It could be whatever antibiotic that they're feeding the chickens. If you live in a pretty rural area, so like you could probably find a local farm and talk to them about buying some of their eggs if they have chickens. My dad and stepmom used to grow fruit, and one of my stepmom's coworkers could only eat them because the fruits in the stores have wax on them that made her sick. Yep. And you can wash that wax off, but you need to put your fruit in like boiling water to be able to wash it off, and even then it's not a guarantee. Prepackaged eggs sometimes have canola oil. It's like a carton of... If it's in a carton... If it's in a carton, check ingredients. Jesus Christ, I struggled there. My brain just went... What is even words? Alright, I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea, so we'll be right back. I need to get up and walk around. Ingredients, eggs. I think it means the liquid ones that come in like a Tetra Pak kind of like cream carton. But yes. You too. Get along now. Alright, I'm gonna make myself a cup of tea. I'll be right back. Remember to get up and stretch your legs. It's good. Yeah, I just realized it's the curtain that was meant. Tea kettle noises. Then you'd be allergic, most likely. Unfortunate. It could be IBS. Maybe you just need, like, small exposure to eggs to get over an allergy, too. Sometimes that helps. I have not been able to get over my celery allergy, unfortunately. Like, I go to the grocery store and I have to avoid the vegetables because there's just celery. Thanksgiving is horrible. Because, like, you go to line up and pay for your groceries and there's some dude who comes right behind you with a cart full of, like, 12 things of celery. You're like, I'm dying! I've eaten in the white binds to B5. I will let Cheese do his chemistry thing while I go make tea. Cheese knows a lot about biological chemistry in terms of, like food and metabolism and stuff. Like, he really, really knows his stuff. He may not have a degree, but it's his special interest deep dive, Neff. Liquid eggs. Velbite contains eggs. Wow! I wouldn't have thought! I love it when they have to put those in there because you know someone probably sued them over... They're like, I didn't know it contained eggs! Because it didn't say contains eggs. Because people are stupid. Alright, I'll be right back.
I'm back. I made eggs. Because I'm hungry. I didn't know my liquid eggs contained eggs. Yes, people are very stupid. We're gonna try different eggs like goose or duck. They're not even available near me. Check if there's a farmer's market nearby. A lot of farmers markets will have duck eggs and goose eggs. My VNN is being silly. Hold on. There we go. Dumb thing for me, I can barely eat any candy due to most of them having nuts. The few I didn't think have it, and they're often written in white text, which is difficult for me to read. Oh man. Like Kit trying to find candies without wheat or baked goods. My sister thought licorice was safe, so she ate some, had a reaction, and then noticed there was wheat, gluten, and licorice. Yep. And yep, fantasy, the bonus is that you can't eat candy, so you don't get fat. But you know what? The fruit is nature's candy. If you can get good fruit, like, if you cut sugar out of your diet and then you start eating fruit again, it's so sweet that it's literally just like candy. Like pineapple, dates, some species of blueberries, peaches. Pineapple is definitely like one of the really, really sweet ones. If you get it nice and ripe. Hi, Mathis, you can't have my eggs. He wants me eggs. And he's being adorable. Fine, I'll give you a little tiny piece of egg. And Velcro gets a little tiny piece too, since he's also arrived. There, no more. My eggs. They had their breakfast already. I put cheese in my eggs. And my fan blowing on my eggs is cooling them fast, so I must eat them with expedience. Oh, everybody knows that there's a Discord now, right? If you're a Twitch subscriber, it should automatically connect. Or you have to go into your little connections thing in your settings to connect it. / activate it. If you're not subscribed, I don't have commands set up. I don't know how to do that yet. I also don't want to make, like, the Discord invite, like, super public. So, like, I make one that lasts for 7 days, because I don't have any moderators. But if you're subscribed, you should automatically have a connection if your Discord is connected to your Twitch. And if you're not subscribed, I can invite you. Or, like, post the temporary link in the chat. I just don't want to deal with, like, bots and scammers and people I don't know. Which is why I don't have a link. Or a command. My eggs are gone and I'm sad now. Gotta get the rest of the eggy goodness off the plate. I apologize for plate noise. Very tasty. And now, oh, Jesus. Whoa, my hair go flying. And now I have tea. Well, if your Discord is connected to your Twitch, it should be in your settings under connections, I think. But I can also just do, this. Send you an invite. She's gonna have one too. Yeah, I'll send one to Perf. Neff. Neff gets one too. Should be okay to join this one, right, Neff? Because you know everybody here. Mm-hmm. We're not strangers anymore. Tea. Oh, it's warm on my hands. Oh. Rub my face against the mug. Yeah. So good. Yeah. Yeah, I just sent out a bunch of invites to people. Yum 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 tea. Sorry, I got energy back by getting up and doing stuff and eating things, because, good lord, I was hungry. My stomach was like, nah. In a fight. I hope it's not a literal fight. I really need to figure out what happens when I stick out my tongue. I'm just doing that, like, clipping thing. I need to figure that out, fix that. I also need to work on my model a little bit, update them. Everybody should have permissions to post properly in the Discord. If you don't, let me know, because, yeah. I scuff things a lot. But yeah, like, if you have news articles you want to share, you post it in news. If you have, like, cool science, tech, history, etc. videos, you post those in science and tech, and, yeah, it's pretty straightforward, actually. I would say just, like, no egregious politics. I mean, I know the rules say no politics, but that's just, like, general. We're not a big enough community to have, like, really strict rules or anything.
streaming and events is also self-promo, so if you stream, you can also post there. You should be able to, at least. If you can't, let me know. And there's a pets channel, and then there's like general photos, food. Food is also includes like not just pictures of your food, but like videos, recipes, you know, food related things. Zero Grim is lurking. I see you. To me, all I want to do in life is troll my political enemies endlessly, mercilessly. Must start riots with my political postings. There are other Discords for that. Cheese can probably invite you to some of them. He moderates a couple like finance Discords and I think the fasting Discord, and they have just like a clown world room where all of the like right-wing, alt-right psycho conspiracy theorists are allowed to post just their absolute worst diatribe, which I think, you know, even allowing them a place to put that shit is just like, no, the more they discuss this stuff, the worse it gets. But also, like, you want to prevent them from going into echo chambers. He's lying on the floor at the end of my bed, rolling around, doing cat trills. Mummers. Yeah. Why? You want some tea? You got zapped in the nose again. Yep, that's what he's doing. He's doing the vibrate. Not actual fight, Thalian, I meant STL. Okay. Tholian? Tholian. I can't hold my mug in front of me because it blocks my tracking. Ah. I need like 2 monitors set up, and then like just like right in between the 2 of them, just the camera peeking out. Like eye level. Today was productive. I got all the bangs done. I will see about selecting a nice like tropical ocean piece that we can paint probably tomorrow, so that we can get a handle on like waves and light and shadow in water. Because I don't think I've ever painted that before either. We must learn new things. Wisdom is for the learned, as Deckard Cain says. At least I think it's Deckard Cain who says it. Ooh, tracking, what are you doing? Catch up. Wake up. Boop, 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 boop. I am a cute demon. stay a while and listen. Yes. It's a frequent quote in my family's home. I didn't have the intonation quite right. It's more like, stay a while and listen. Good old Deckard Cain. Mathis, you're sitting next to the cord again. If you lie on it, you're gonna pull the fan down and you're gonna scare the shit out of yourself. Oh God! What did I just say? He decided to have the zoomies right then. And dragged the cord and nearly dragged the fan down again. Goes around and boops the individual snoots. There's a poopage happening, a great poopening. That noise, the cat trills. Cats are great, I love them. They're just weird little guys. You know, legs and all. Those little fuzzy triangles on top of their heads. They're just there. Doing their cat things. It's the best. Well, that's good that they have legs. I mean, some of them don't. Well, not in my house. All my cats have all 4 legs. Tesla's missing beans, but that's okay. He's still mostly functional. But I mean that in the most loving way possible. He's mostly functional. A cat has so many problems, but I love him. Kitten? I hear a kitten going. I think that might be. It sounds like Rivy. It's definitely not Tesla. Tesla's pretty quiet. Unless he wants into my room while I'm sleeping, and then he stands outside my door and goes, "Meow! Meow!" This got the jankiest meow. And he's such a tiny little thing. And if you ever hear him growl, it's like the deepest noise ever. You're like, what the hell are you channeling? It's like a Tyrannosaurus Rex inside of him. It's like, how can something that small make that deep and big of a noise? I've only heard it a couple of times ever, but like, when he growls, it's so deep. Like, I didn't know I adopted an actual panther. The first time Sai and I heard it, we were like, what the hell? Especially since, like, Tesla makes the derpiest noises when he meows. It's ridiculous. hiding a very serious cat inside of himself. You call him Nugget, but when he growls, it's more like beef steak. Keep looking at that sleeping bag, and I'm like, I just want to curl up in it right now. I don't care how hot it is. But like, you're looking at it, you know it's gonna breathe nicely because it's natural materials. All that natural wool. It looks so cozy. Scratch my ear, it's itchy. It's cozy time. Everybody got really quiet. But it has been 3.5 hours, so I'm not surprised. I think everybody's just winding down now. Fantasy has booped my snoot. It is the boop snoot. The snoot that gets booped like the droop snoot. But it is the boop snoot. A little bit different that time. It's gonna keep you on your toes. And Nephis redeemed to hydrate. I'll do that after I finish scratching my head. Here to hydrate. I'll be right back. See you later, cheese. Alright, maybe we should find someone to raid. Evan is on, in fact. But do we want to raid someone else today? That person is just ads right at the beginning. This person's doing a comfy co-working stream. Flesh tuber. 41k started. Wow, you're really saving up. Problem is, most of the time there aren't that many people on this time of the morning. I say morning, but it's noon now. Those emotes. The dog. I love it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have like a 50k redeem just for fantasy. Fantasy wants to raid CNOT. It's morning for the West Coast, that is true. And it's also like, it's Wednesday, so people have work. I could probably build a much bigger audience if I streamed on Saturdays, but it's like... I don't know. I just don't want to stream on the weekends, man. And like, I don't I don't want to look at like my streaming as business. Like, I do consider it my job, so I make sure I show up every day as on time as I can be. You know, I used to not set alarms. I hated setting alarms, and I set alarm for stream. So it may be that my alarm goes off at 9 and I roll out of bed and I've got stream running by like 9:02. But yeah. I still try to treat it like work and show up and do my best to at least be somewhat entertaining and do stuff that's somewhat interesting and engaging, but also still chill because it's morning and I want people to be be comfortable and chill in the morning, whether they're at work, on their way to work, or working from home. You know, just give people something to listen to that's vibes. Vibes only. Vibes only. Alright, well, Fantasy wants to go to CNOT, and that was the first option that came up. I like Evan, and I love that Evan comes and hangs out with us sometimes in the morning. I really appreciate that of him. He's very kind. But we will raid CNOT Bush. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Necromancer and Neficus, thank you so much for the donations. I will make sure to squirrel away the muns that were given by Necromancer for the stream labs words. I'll squirrel that away and make sure to save it for Conquest. I'm not gonna give up. I really want to go. So I just gotta work harder. Yeah. I won't give up, because it brings me so much peace and healing, and I need it. It's important to me, but also being able to like live like real human. Okay, 3 viewers ready to raid. Alright, bye guys! Thank you so much. We're off sailing to other waters. Have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. I love you all. Bye!